Hi guys, today's tutorial is how to disperse waves like this as a composite. Okay, the first thing we're going to be doing is get the waves. We're going to go up to edit. There we are. Select all, copy, then go to the image, paste. Now it's a pretty big graphic, so it's going to take a bit to load and do stuff with. So flip it up like that, just click it like that. Now with the blue background, there's two different ways we can do this. What we're going to right click the layer up the top right here. Just right click there. If you right click it, you come up with this window. Now because we're looking at blue, we want to get rid of the blue background. We go to blend if, grey, blue. Right, now on the sliders, the top one does the top one of course. And look at that, the blue has gone. And all we've left with is the white. How awesome is that? That's a nice little trick from Photoshop. Now it's going to place it back into position. I'm going to hold down the shift key and bring it down so it's something like that. That looks good. Now what I've got here, I've got this area here. I want to fill that in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the clone stamp tool, as you can see here on the left, that one. And basically what it does, it clones, it just copies whatever you touch. So I'm going to get this area here. I'll get this area here and clone it over here and just fill this area in. Now the first thing I'm going to do is get the brush size, make sure it's a nice decent size. Now I'm going to hold down the option key and then click. So that's the sample area I'm going to use. Now I'm just going to click over here and I'll just fill it in. Now that brush isn't big enough, so I'm going to take it really big. That's going to do that. There we go. I'm just going to, all I want to do really is just fill in this blank area here, because I'm basically just going to be covering this area with this waves, and I don't really need anything in there. Alright, that should do us. I'll just clone stamp this area and go like that. The bits and pieces here and there. I think that'll do us for my time being. Now I'll just zoom out a bit. I'm going to get this rectangular marquee tool. I'm just going to drag it across the halfway, go like that. And basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to warp this area over like this, so as if it's been warped by Moses. So I go to Edit, Transform, and Warp. Now these are the transformation boxes. See here how it's already starting to move. The good thing is with warp, you can touch any part of the actual graphic to make it look like it's warping. So I'm going to do that like that. That should do us. Should do us well actually. That's going to be a bit more like that type of thing. A bit more realistic to it. Okay. Now I'm just going to get the rectangular marquee tool again. Start from the outside. Put my way in. Let's do that again. Just going to select that one. Hit the selection tool. Go up to Edit, Transform, Warp. Going to do the same thing again. Just going to warp these bits and pieces here. So that looks like as if it's just been moved by someone very similar to Moses. Just select anything with the marquee tool or anything like that. Now I'm going to picture of the girl. Just going to go around here with the lasso tool really quickly, roughly. Going to copy that, and I'm going to go straight into the image here and paste her. I'll get rid of the wave and that. Now we just got her. Now, the quick and easiest way to do this, on the left hand side here, you've got these eraser tools. Instead of using the ordinary eraser tool, we can use the magic eraser tool. And come back out and just click on an area, and it gets rid of it quite quickly. The tolerance is only 30%. I've got up here. That's all I need at this stage, because the more you click it, the more it gets rid of what you're getting rid of. So up on the right here, I'm just going to turn these layers off. So we just work with her. The best way to do this is just click on a color and make sure it doesn't remove anything else. So I'm just going to click that a couple of times just to get rid of all that. This is very easy to do. This magic of this tool is unbelievable. It's so time. It saves you so much time. I'm just going to zoom in a bit here, just get underneath her hair there. So it does a good clean eraser. So what I'm doing here, I'm just touching exactly where the paintbrush is there on the actual tool. There we go. Alright, I'm going to zoom back out. Now with the rest of it, I'm just going to use the lasso tool, go around there, and just get rid of that. Otherwise, I'll be there all day. Click, 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 click. Trying to do it with the eraser tool. All right. Good. How good is this eraser tool? It is awesome. It just blends a lot of things in. It just does it so easily. Just around here. This is a good tool to use, especially if you're removing things from a background, like a hedge, for instance. If you've got a picture of a hedge or something, or hair, stuff like this, it's great because it just gets rid of all the parts you really don't need very quickly. So it's pretty straightforward. Sometimes when you're doing this, it actually selects the actual color. Samples the color. That's what it does. So get rid of all those. Get rid of that. Now I'm pretty sure some of these colors I'm going to hit. See, some of that just went and selected part of a finger. So I'm pretty sure some of this is going to select her jumper, because it's a kind of a greenish coloured jumper she's wearing. I'm pretty lucky at the moment with all these beautiful colours. Yeah, there's the hand. Yeah. Now, let's see, did that take, no? Yeah, so that took a jumper. Because obviously here somewhere it's connecting is the same colour. So I'm just going around the lasso tool around here, and I'm just going to delete. So it doesn't work all the time with everything, but you know what, it's a pretty awesome tool. See, because we've got the green, which is too close to the colour, so what it's doing is just going along saying, yep, I'll just get rid of all the colour. It's all connected and linked here. So just for argument's sake, I'm just going to get rid of all this by using the lasso tool. So bear with me for a second. And this is quite rough as well, so usually wouldn't do it this rough. If you're going to do it for a magazine or whatever it is, yeah, you take your time to do this. But if it's just for tutorial purposes, yep, I'm just going to use it this way. That's all I'm going to do. Okay. Now the thing is, if you don't do a good selection and get rid of all this stuff, it will show up, especially when you reactivate one of the bottom layers. It's always a good way of seeing what has to be done, what doesn't have to be done. So I'm just going to go right around like this. Now I'm going into all depth here of these details. I shouldn't have to. It's just that when I reactivate those two layers underneath, they're quite dark and very colourful compared to her. her picture here, where she's a little bit more a brownish dull colour. So as you can probably see, you probably can't see it, but there's a bit of colour still here. So I'm just going to use the magic. Right. So put these two back in there. Right. Now, with her, I'm just going to make her smaller. Okay. Actually, she's a good size like that. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a good size. Yeah, that'll do. Get the water, move it the background. Okay, we're going to have to work with the water one a bit more. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the eraser tool, but I'm going to use, you've got all these selections in Photoshop, which is just default. Anything that's like this has got, like, you know, it's a spotted effect, a little bit of spacing. I'm going to use that. And just go around the edges of the water itself. Opacity is at 100%. Yeah, smoothing. There we go. I'm just getting rid of bits and pieces of the edges of the water there, so it looks a little bit more realistic. Whereas you see, it's got a straight edge we don't really need. It doesn't look real that way. That looks a lot better. Yeah, that's looking a lot better. Right. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make her smaller. That looks better. Okay. It's a little bit warped actually. But anyway, this will do the job. So now we're going to go to the waves. What we're going to do, I'm going to hold the shift key down. I'm going to muck around with the difference of it here. Okay. Go up to edit, transform, warp. I'm just going to warp. See, it's no good. It's not going to work. So I'm going to have to go back to selection one side and warping that again. Oh, we're doing it. Just going to warp it up so it looks a lot more realistic. Like that. Okay. And do the same to the other side. Select. When you're doing something like warping and stuff like that, it's always important after you've selected the area to get a selected move tool. And that way you can actually do whatever you want to do. Warp. So I'm trying to put that into a bit of a circle, so it's like going up and out type of thing. Right, I'm going to go back to the eraser tool. I've still got this one selected in the brushes, so I'm just going to do some more of this. Just get rid of that straight line basically, make it more water. It looks like water. I'm going to take the size right up. I'm going to take chunks out. Oh no, not that big. Too big. Big chunks out. And basically it's just dispersing a little bit more, so it looks a bit more realistic. Alright, so we're really looking good at this stage. Now the other thing is too, we're going to have to transform everything on the right hand side of the layer here. I'm just going to hit that padlock to unlock the main one. Now I'm just going to bring that down in size because what we want to do, no actually we'll just leave that. We're going to take the waves down in size, about to there. Now the girl, we're going to take her down in size as well. So this way we can see more of the background. Eventually we will be cutting out that section and that section. At least this way you can see more of the background. Right, now what we're going to do, we're just going to flatten the image. Layer, flatten. Then get the rectangular marquee tool. Right on the edge here where that water is, to where that water is. Going to go straight up. Now I'm going to copy that and go up to File and New. Now you can just crop the whole image if you want, but I think we're going to stick with this at this stage. So there we go, guys. There's a little bit more detail and stuff that you can do here to make it even better. Go to exposure, as I do with all photos. Gamma correction. Just turn that up. You get some more depth and more resolution out of it. Exposure, put it up a little tiny bit, not too much, because see, it looks a bit too not realistic. Offset, you don't want to put that up because it just makes it go blurry white. Something like that. It looks good. So there we go, guys. That's how you do a composite of waves. Thanks for watching.